And a good day, everybody. Of course, the day after the 4th. Today is the 5th of July, 2019. My name is Jewel for J7409 Weather. We're going to check out the tropical weather now, and as you can see, I have this set on 5 days, and we're looking at the Atlantic and the Gulf, right? Well, it says nothing is happening. And maybe nothing will happen, but I think a day or so after that, down in this area I keep talking about, I don't think it will turn into a hurricane as of now, but we may have a tropical storm develop that moves up into these areas. We'll check all that out in just a moment. As we go over to the Central Pacific, here is Barbara. Right now, Barbara has 80-mile-per-hour winds. She has come from a Category 4, 3, 2, and now she's down to a Category 1. The minimum central pressure is 980 millibars, located 17.7 north, 132.6 west, and Barbara's moving northwest at 12 miles per hour. Now we got this system over here, disturbance number 1 in the Central Pacific. It's still a broad area of low pressure located several hundred miles south of the southwest coast of Mexico. Now the satellite images indicate that the shower activity has not become any better organized since yesterday. Yay, that's a good thing. However, though, environmental conditions are still conducive for development, and a tropical depression is likely to form this weekend as the system moves west-northwestward at about 15 miles per hour, and it should remain well off the coast of Mexico. In a couple of days, 60% chance, 5 days, 90% chance. As we look at the tracking map for Barbara from the National Hurricane Center, you can see that it looks like it's probably going to just start to turn into a tropical storm at some point today, and by tomorrow evening be a depression as it keeps moving and looking like it's going to just go south of the Hawaiian Islands. There are no watches or warnings for land in the Hawaiian Islands at this time. So it should just keep weakening. I'll keep my eyes on it. Looks like everything's going to be okay for Hawaii. Now, back to the Gulf and the U.S. here. I was talking about next week. This is Thursday, next Thursday, the 11th, around 1 a.m. in the morning. And if you look closely right down in here, we have a little spin to the low, a little teeny bit of vorticity, no big deal. And I have this set on the wind right now, and this is the European model, okay? I do not think this will become a hurricane. It may not become a tropical storm, but I think it will have a chance to. One thing for sure, it's going to be full of rain, and it will have probably some very high-end tropical storm wind gusts. Now, this is on the sustained winds. Now, you know, in order to become a tropical storm, it has to have wind speed steady, sustained at 39 miles per hour. Well, when I first picked this out here, this is nowhere close to it. I will show you. This is 29 knots, okay? But we're going to move it on through a little bit. We're going to hop up to around 11 a.m. Thursday. Now, you see these isobars, they are not tightly compact. This is just a big, bad rain system right now. But we're going to have to watch it. The water out here is so hot. You've heard me talk about how these things can blow up. That's why I tell everybody, don't wait until one of these systems pop up along your coast, because you won't have a lot of time to prepare if they do turn into something. Now, the winds now at around 11 a.m. on Thursday, still sustained winds at 26 knots. Does it have any higher wind gust in it? Let's check it out right quick. Yes, it does. It has, we'll get down here. Let's see what's going on. And the map wants to keep blowing up. Wind gust of 48 knots. So it's going to have some gusty winds, but these winds that we're looking at now will go back to sustained winds. They're going to increase, and the rain, we're going to check out rain in it. You can see it's a fairly large system, but nothing is tightly compacted. This is something we have to watch. I am not saying we are going to have a tropical storm in this area or a hurricane. I'm saying we really do need to watch this system, especially if you're along the Mississippi, Alabama, Florida Panhandle, Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina in the western sections. You need to watch this system very much. So we're going to move on through to around 12 a.m. Friday morning. You can see now it looks a little better organized. Let's check the wind right quick. We have to go through this. I'm just showing you how I do it. This is the sustained winds now. Let's see what's going on here. 33 knots and wind gust. You can see how it's going to be very windy around Florida Panhandle and areas. This thing's going to push on through, looking like right in here. 46 knot winds. What about rain? I'm going through this step by step just to show you people. Now we're going to go up in time a little further to around 12 p.m. next Friday the 12th. And would you look at that? More of these storms are coming in. Look at the rain in this thing right here. That's 2.54 inches of rain right there in that one section. And you can see how it's moving along. We'll check out the wind. Looking like it's coming in the Florida Panhandle at some point. These are sustained winds again. You will get beach erosion up and down in these areas. We'll bring it up just a little bit so you can see a little bit better. Sustained winds now, 39 knots. So yes, this is looking like a tropical storm because it will have 39-mile-per-hour winds at 37 knots. Of course, you add 3.5 to it, and that's what you got. So looking like it could become a tropical storm at this point. This is around Friday the 12th. That's coming not tomorrow, a week from tomorrow at 12 p.m. So we're just going to keep moving it on through, but I can't stress enough about the rain in this system. I want to show you how it's going to move through. This is 10 p.m. next Friday. Look how the rain is spreading across, looking like the Panhandle and maybe some of Alabama. Going to get a lot of this rain. 9 a.m. next Saturday morning. Looking like it's going to come through that Florida Panhandle area, though, as you can see. We'll bring this down a little bit. We'll go to around 11 p.m. next Saturday night, moving over Atlanta, and would you look at the rain? My goodness gracious. Let's check out the winds at this point. This is next Saturday the 13th at 11 p.m. Winds have died down tremendously at this point. No longer a tropical storm. If it does turn into one, we're going to have to watch it and wait and see. But rain, buckets of rain is what's going to be happening. Now, we'll move on up to around 10 a.m. on Sunday morning. And this system is moving over Anderson, South Carolina. People around Charlotte, you may get some rain from it. Depends on how it jogs around. Maybe a little wind, but right up in this area of the foothills in western North Carolina, you should get a lot of rain from this. So far as the wind goes, not anything to worry about wind-wise. It's just so much rain. The isobars never get tightly compacted as of right now. But folks, we need to watch this system. I'm going to be real curious to see if in the next couple of days if it shows up over at the National Hurricane Center or not. But I picked it out. I see it. It looks like it could happen. I'm not saying it's going to. It could be just a horrific rain event. We'll have to wait and see. If it's your first time over here, Please subscribe and click the bell. Thank everyone so much for watching. I love you guys so very much, and I hope everybody had a safe 4th of July. Peace, love, and kindness to all. You might want to share this information with your family and friends on social media, or give them a call or whatever, especially if you're down in these areas right in here. We'll have to wait and see how this pans out. Peace, love, and kindness to all. Thanks so much for watching.